They look good. They're refreshed. We're going to make probably 2 changes to the lineup, maybe 3. But everyone's in good spirits. Everyone feels good, and it was a good training today.
When you look at Columbus, a team that is probably down on their luck right now, they've had 1 win in the last 12. I know you guys are focused on yourselves, but how do you manage just not getting sucked into a game where thinking the team is not as good as every team can be in this league?
I don't know how to answer that question. I mean,
Focus on yourselves.
no, the question, I could say that all I want. It's individual players, so it's really a question just if people are getting sucked into what a team's going through right now, well, then they don't deserve to be professional athletes. So it's a non-factor to me. It's not mentioned. Columbus is a quality side with a quality coach he's instituting his philosophy into that team. It's going to take time, and they're a very dangerous team, so there is no thought process whatsoever of their recent form.
When you spoke after the game, you said you wanted to obviously watch back the game to fully comment on some of the things against Sporting KC. After you had a chance to do that, were you as happy as you were after the game, pleased, or are there things that you still want to work on ahead of Columbus?
What I got from rewatching it twice was I thought our off-ball movement still could get better. I think our pace of the play with the ball at times could be quicker. I thought our defensive organization was very good. They caused us problems once in a while, and that was basically due to their good movement and dragging us out. But for the most part, we did a good job denying centrally, and we could have had a couple more goals for sure. So we'll take the 2-0 win. But again, it doesn't justify really anything or tell me anything new. In the moment, you could tell that we were in control of the game, but I would have liked to have seen a little more on the front foot.
17 games down and 17 to go. What did you thought of the first half of the season?
I thought we had some very good results. I thought we had some results that we gave away, and we played some pretty good teams and a tough schedule on the road. The last 2 years, the second half of the season, we've been historically pretty good. So not relying or counting on that, but what I am doing is asking their focus for the second half of the season to raise it a notch and realize that now we're halfway to the playoffs, which they all understand, and we have a better schedule in the next 11 games at home than we have in the first 17 games. So it's on us now in the second half of the season.
What you just mentioned about this traditionally kind of a better second half team.
I don't know. Are you going to ask why is that?
But is it maybe the style in which you ask these guys to play that takes more time to get sharp, or do you think
No.
it's dumb luck?
No, I don't think it's dumb luck. I don't think it's that. How can I say this? Over the last couple of years, I've noticed that it doesn't have to be the last game. It could be the last month or two, that as we're getting closer to, for lack of a better word, either a consequence or a reward, the level just raises, And I've said it a number of times over the last 2 years that our guys are really good with their backs up against the wall. And again, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't spend a great deal amount of time talking to them about it, although I have. We talk internally about it. And I just think at the end of the day, it comes that one day they wake up, whether it's, a quarter through the season, half, 3/4 through the season, and say, wow, we've played this many games and we're in what place? And then it's kind of, crunch time, and they respond very well. The trick is how to get them to respond from the first game of the season. But again, we don't play in a league that a team until now with LAFC, has traditionally just run the table and dominated, so there's always, every team has those ebbs and flows, those ups and downs. I'm confident in the second half of the season in my team. That now guys are really battling for positions, that we have a lot of guys healthy back, and we have to start utilizing everybody, and the best players, especially in these 3 games weeks, the best players are going to play, and in this case, the most refreshed players are going to play, because second half of the season, we got to take advantage of these home games.
It's very compact once you get past, even LAFC, but certainly past Seattle. It's very compact. Can you talk to the guys about that sense of urgency instead of it being on getting over the playoff line, getting up into the top 4, so in the new playoff format, you get at least 1 home game?
Listen, that's a good question, but this league is changing. It's changed over the last year, over the last 4 or 5 years, so every team has their realities and their, I don't want to say goals. My goal is to win MLS. My goal is to be in first place, but when you sit back and you look at how the league is changing, we've been in the playoff picture now for, you could argue, a year and a half straight, just in that picture. And last year we did something special in the first game and almost did something special in the second series. So the first objective is to make the playoffs. You could argue the second objective is to be in the best standing as you can be. And the third, obviously, is to go as far as you can and hopefully win. So right now, I haven't looked today, but we're right around the playoff line. So for me, it's getting over the playoff line and staying there, and then whatever we could do from there.
What does Justin do on the field that most impacts the collective, the all 11 guys?
What does Justin do that individually? Justin knows the club. He's been in the club for a while. Justin, when he's tuned in, his defending is very good. His pace is very good. He's setting the tone along with Natum. So it's not just about Justin. It's about all guys in the back being on the same page and moving well together and communicating together and reading off of each other and taking care of their individual responsibilities and then fitting that into a collective responsibility.
There was a little exchange with you and Sam walking off the field as he left the game and talking about him scoring goals. And you guys have had conversations. What are you seeing in his game that you have such high expectations for him?
Sam's a natural goal scorer, as you saw the last game. What is he? He has 6 or 7? 7 goals. I think Sam, the more he gets accustomed to us, as we've talked to ad nauseum over the last 2-3 months, but the more he gets comfortable with us and we get comfortable with him and he fits into the culture and his new surroundings in a new country, the more goals he's going to score and the more confident he's going to get. And I think that last game really boosted his confidence a bit. I think he's capable of scoring a lot of goals in this league. How many he ends up with, that time will tell, but I think that he's capable of scoring a lot of goals.
He was leading the league. He may still be, I don't know, after the last game in offside. How aggressive do you want the rest of the team to be? Because you do a lot of possession-based stuff, but how much do you just want to play a through ball to him or play one over the top and see what he can do with it?
Every time, as much as possible. And it's easy for me to sit in the sideline and see these moments before they happen because I'm not out in the mix with players running at me when I have the ball at my feet. But we're constantly preaching play behind, controlled play behind, through runs, through on the ground, through secondary, third man runs, through combo play. And it's getting better. Again, that does fall back on Sam's new, and we haven't played with a traditional get-behind guy. Even Corey last year, yes, he's energetic, he gets behind, but he until he really started scoring goals, he really wasn't our number 9. It's been the Demirs, it's been this Luis Silvas over the last couple of years that are more link-up and other guys running behind. So it has been a new situation for us, but it's halfway through the season now, so we're really pushing it.